Bombshell, guys. All right, it's your boy Seth coming at you with another film review here today on the Film Sleep Repeat YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Bombshell. Yes, Bombshell, starring the likes of Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie, and others. This movie's an interesting one. Let's get it on. Film Sleep Repeat.
Go make yourself a drink and a review is coming in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
2019's Bombshell, directed by Jay Roach, is a film about a group of women taking on and taking down at the time, Fox News head Roger Ailes. Now let's start here. The performances in this film are top-notch, next-level performances all down the board. You start with Charlize Theron, who plays Megyn Kelly and is unrecognizable in that makeup. She is great, and she gives her all to this performance. You can tell going forward to all the women in this film and all the performances in this film, they knew they were making something special, a story that needed to be told. Going down the line to the likes of Margot Robbie, who plays a woman by the name of Kayla in the film, and she in my opinion gives the best performance in this movie. She gives her heart and soul, and there's a few scenes with her that are just to die for, just absolutely heartbreaking. There's one scene with her and Kate McKinnon that I was absolutely just awestruck by. Kate McKinnon, by the way, who is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I'm not the biggest fan of her in movies in general. I think she was great on SNL. Have not been a big fan of her in any movies really, but she is great in this role. Now, you go down the line to the one and only Nicole Kidman, who plays Gretchen Carlson, and she gives it her all as well. She is all the performances in this movie are very emotional. Truthfully, there's not a bad performance in this movie, if I'm being honest with you. You look at Roger Ailes, who was played by John Lithgow, who is incredible as well. He's great. I love John Lithgow. I have a hard time disliking him, and he made it pretty dang easy watching this movie. You move on to Mark Duplass, who plays Megyn Kelly's husband in the film, and he's got a heart of gold. That guy, I really like him. I always have. Big fan. Now, another thing I liked about this movie is I feel like it was a story that deserved to be told on the big screen, and it just deserves to be told everywhere. And I hope a lot of people are able to see it and really learn more about this incidents at Fox News. And if you haven't seen The Loudest Voice, which was a Showtime series earlier this year, Russell Crowe played Roger Ailes, and he's great in the series. And it's a really great story, and I'm really glad it was told in this format. Now, this film takes big swings, and it's not afraid to have the audience be uncomfortable, which I think when you're dealing with something of this magnitude, you can't be afraid of that. You have to kind of trust your audience and know that even though they're uncomfortable, they're going to be able to get through it. They're going to be able to watch this film that you made, and they certainly do that. Now, the film itself is very messy. The problem I had with this movie, and the biggest one overall, is that it felt like the director, Jay Roach, who I'm a big fan of, it felt like he had watched Adam McKay's last few films, such as Vice, The Big Short, and he was like, I want to make something like that. But he made something just like that, exactly like that. It didn't feel like it had his touch at all. It felt like it was an Adam McKay wannabe film. And that was my biggest problem overall. The film itself is very good. It's a very kind of baseline movie. It isn't exceptional. It isn't bad. It's just good. It's a good movie. I would definitely recommend to people. I would say I'd give this film probably 8 out of 10 stars. The performances themselves give a solid 7.5, and then the story gives that extra half. Margot Robbie deserves all the accolades, all the awards Like I said, she has one scene that just absolutely blew me away, blew me out of the water. And at the end of the scene, I actually went, wow, she is something else. She's the best in this movie. She's probably the best she's been since, I'd like to say, I, Tanya. And she's good in everything, but she was really good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood earlier this year. But this movie is just, she's on a whole nother level once again. Well, guys, do you guys plan on seeing Bombshell? It is in theaters now everywhere, I am pretty sure. If you do plan on seeing it, let me know in the comments below and hit a like button. If you didn't like this review, hit a dislike button. I absolutely accept that. I hope everyone enjoys it just as much as I did, if not more. And please hit that subscribe button. Come on back for more reviews. Check below, check to the side, wherever it may be. I did just recently do a 1917 film review and a Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker review. Check those out. Let me know what you thought. Appreciate you guys. And we will see you next week with reviews of Uncut Gems, Little Women, Cats, and there's a few more I'm not thinking of, but Christmas week is a very big week. I'm going to be working my butt off to get those reviews out to you. Appreciate you guys, and over and out from the Film Sleep Repeat headquarters.